sometimes it's good to step away from the day-to-day and think about the future of your business, your organization. If you do it every day, that's good. But sometimes it's good to have that proper moment of reflection and think about what are your goals, what are your objectives. Also, how do you see the world and the environment around you in maybe 1, 2, 3 years? What's on the horizon? This is called a visioning exercise. There are different methods to do it. Today I want to talk about the mindset to do it properly. And it's very true, especially if you do it with a team. If you have a team, it's a great way to get people engaged, because when you include them in that conversation, the future and the way they would describe the future becomes theirs too. Whatever people put their fingerprint on becomes theirs. So you will create better alignment, better motivation. You will enable people to contribute to the efficiency, the success of the organization. But I said I want to talk about the mindset because I've noticed that some people tend to really bring in very definitive or rigid intention when it comes to talking about the future. So I want to draw a map for you to distinguish two kinds of mindset that work really well. I'm borrowing from a visual framework by my colleague Dave Gray. So here is your business here. If you think about your business, this is what you are. So this is your business today. This area of your business, of that conversation, is what you know. So this is the known. This is the known area of that conversation. It's what you know, and here things are predictable. They're repeatable. You can turn them into processes because you've experienced them already. You know how things work, and sometimes we may want to go back a bit and streamline things and change things a little bit. But as soon as you talk about the vision, the future of the organization, you're going to venture outside of that area of the known to step into the unknown, right? Unknown territory. And that's where you have to be a bit cautious to not be too rigid, too prescriptive, also too unrealistic with your goals and where your business might go. So that area right here, may also fluctuate a bit. Some of the unknown is bigger than some other areas. If you think about your operations or marketing, it may vary based on where you are in your business. Now, anything that is here is what's called the possible, right? So when we are here, we're still in the impossible. Then there is the unknown, and probably even further out there is what is not even possible, right? We can't even imagine yet. It probably will never happen. So this is the impossible, and I think I might be slightly reinterpreting or misinterpreting Dave Gray's chart here, but overall, that's what it looks like. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention is because I think that the mindset you have here, which is a mindset of predictability, of repeatability, is a process mindset, may not work here, because here you have to be accept that things might be a bit unclear. So you might be working more with intentions, for instance. What are some intentions? What are also some some elements of the future desired state? There might be things that you can probably express in terms of numbers, but sometimes it's maybe anecdotal, and that's okay. But when I have conversation, when I facilitate retreats and I do visioning exercise with my clients, I notice this tendency to here go really into the definite answers, like, okay, we're going to make X amount of revenue, we're going to have X amount of client. These are great wishes, but the problem with that is that if X dollars or X clients, for instance, or X market share. The problem with that is that if you do this, and you miss these goals because it's an uncharted territory, what's going to happen is that you're going to create the counter effect. The motivation is going to drop down because it's going to be deceiving. People are going to be disappointed. So engagement, alignment will start to fray if you check in again within 6 months or 12 months and you have not, you've gone too far in your expectations here. So rather than having a very maybe like a closed mindset on exactly what the target should be here, if you're talking about a new business, think about this area as the area of where you experiment, right? And keep an open mind. Keep in mind that this is the area of the possible. Maybe you might talk about some hypotheses we are making. So think in terms of hypotheses of experiments. Maybe you will have discoveries also. You can really borrow from the language of curiosity here, from the language of the explorer. That's what explorers have. They are curious. They go uncharted territory, and they don't know exactly what they're going to find. Right? So they don't know exactly how much time it's going to take. However, where they are realistic and pragmatic is in knowing their resources to approach this discovery work. They know how much time they have, how much, literally how much water, how much food, how much electricity, how much funding also they may have. So this doesn't mean that you're going to spend forever, you're going to be completely ignorant of the resources you need to do to expand your business in the area of the unknown. But this means that you have to set proper expectation. That those expectations may not be as rigid as you think. So think about that, and especially if you feel like you're a bit disappointed about your business performance, for instance, keep in mind that you might be in a moment of your entrepreneurial journey where your business is still shaping. You know specific things about your business, but there is still so much that you could discover, so much that you could really explore. I'm going to leave you also with one more thing to add here, is that you see that arrow here. I actually drew it as a bridge, and you can think about these as gateways to go from the world of the known to the world of the unknown and the possible, as passages that are easier than others. Maybe there are some services, some processes, some wins, people in your network that may represent those opportunities to explore more easily with less risk, with potentially more insights than you think. There are those gateways here. These are like little portals, mini portals to the world of the possible in creating a holistic vision for your business. In addition to that, you may also discover that some of these areas are more like hurdles. There are things in here that represents hurdle to go from one to the other. Maybe time is a hurdle. Maybe where you are geographically located is a hurdle. Maybe things in your market represents a hurdle. Maybe you haven't shored up enough the known part of your business here, what represents your business, and that is potentially a hurdle. There could be different things. So think about what will help you drive that discovery, and in your vision, what might help you get there. I remember recently I facilitated a retreat for an organization, and clearly they defined specific people in a network that could help them explore possibilities. One of my colleagues actually said, well, then that one of the hurdles that they run into is that they are really used to do a lot of work remotely, but not in person, and they're not used to it. So their skill set is a bit of a hurdle. But they have people in their network that could help them find more of that kind of work to help them overcome that problem. So that's something to keep in mind, is that, to navigate from from what's possible to what already exists, to the world of expansion here in your business. There might be different paths that are easier than others. Okay, cool. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this concept helps you come to your next retreat, maybe, or the moment where you want to think about your business, have a conversation with your business partner or your coach, and be prepared to really approach it with that open mindset, and to really make the distinction between where your business is today, where it could go tomorrow, and set the proper expectations. I hope this helps. Thank you.